Hello, welcome to the video and welcome to Rhodes Town. I spent a couple of nights there a few weeks back as part of a mileage run I made to accelerate my gold status renewal with Aegean Airlines. I picked Rhodes as my destination as I'd never been, and after a bad experience visiting a Mediterranean resort out of season and finding absolutely everything was closed, I'd read that Rhodes Town is like Corfu in that there's an all-year-round community there, which means that at least a few bars and restaurants would be open when I visited. And indeed, I lucked out as a cruise ship was in on one of the days I visited, meaning quite a lot of the old town was open that day. So if you'd like to see what I found in Rhodes Town, stick around. Hi, I'm Matt. I've lived in 5 countries on 4 continents. I've flown over 1.4 million miles. I've visited over 100 countries, every American state, but I'm nowhere near done. So subscribe and you might pick up some hacks, hints and tips to make your next trip better. Rhodes Town was an important city in antiquity and was the home to one of the 7 ancient wonders of the world, the Colossus of Rhodes. This was a statue of the sun god Helios, which was reportedly as tall as the Statue of Liberty and stood at the mouth of Rhodes Harbour. Although it probably didn't stand astride the mouth of the harbour, as the fridge magnets would have you believe, as, amongst other things, experts don't believe contemporary building materials were strong enough. It only stood for 54 years as it was brought down by an earthquake in 226 BC and was broken up and sold off over the next 800 years. There's nothing to see today, and no one is sure where it did stand, but it is interesting to visit nevertheless. Hey, there were only 7 ancient wonders, so visiting any of them is quite special. Compared to the Colossus, the medieval city of Rhodes is quite modern, being only about 700 years old. It was built by the Crusaders as their Mediterranean base, and it's a large walled town that's still home to around 6,000 people. You access the town via one of the 7 ancient gates, and inside are a number of museums, palaces, mosques and churches. And with a little imagination, you can see the development of the fortifications over the centuries. I was there along with around 2,000 people from the MSC Opera, so many of the shops were open for the day. But as everyone from the ship has their meals included, very few of the bars and restaurants had opened, although I could see there were plenty of them, so in the summer season when tourist numbers are high, there'd be a lot to see and do. I gather that the season runs from late March to October. I did manage to find one bar that was open and fell into the trap of ordering a large beer. To be fair, the proprietor did double check my order before serving it. I went back to the old town the next morning when no ships were in, and even though the weather was a lot nicer, it was very, very quiet. The new town was a little busier and did have quite a few places to eat and drink in the evenings, even if your fellow customers were occasionally a little furry. I ordered the large chicken souvlaki dish and I was served this. I struggled, but I prevailed, dear viewer. I stayed at the Aegean Hotel in the new part of town and it was very nice. For less than £60 a night, I got a very nice, clean, spacious room with a substantial bathroom. There was even a balcony. I think estate agents would describe these as sea glimpses. That rate included a very good hot breakfast, which I very much enjoyed. And the hotel offers a small pool in the summer, as well as having a bar. I'd happily stay there again, even if I had to pay quite a lot more in the high season. You can get great value in nice hotels if you visit them well out of season. I was only in town for just over a day, so saw very little of the rest of the island, which has lots to commend it from what I read. But Rhodes Town was really nice, with some real history and, in season, lots to see and do. You're only about 11 miles from Turkey, and day trips to or from Marmaris are very easy to arrange. But out of season, the weather was decent, there was still a lot to do, and you have the benefit of feeling like you have the place to yourself. A place I will certainly look out for on cruise itineraries, and it's a place I will happily go back to if my mileage run needs provide the opportunity. So thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and if you'd like to support what I'm doing more directly, there is a Patreon account. The link to which is in the description below. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.